there, I am back again, and before I jump into this video, I wanted to take a minute to thank those of you who have been watching my early videos. If you couldn't tell, I'm pretty new to YouTube. I wanted to start out with a couple of short videos just to kind of see how things go, and we'll probably get a little bit longer, maybe 10 minutes tops. And I'm going to try to be more consistent and post every week or so between now and the time that I start my thru hike. So I want to thank you all for being patient with me and for watching so far. And if you're new to these videos, I hope that you will take a moment and subscribe, and I hope that you find something valuable. And always please make sure to just comment and let me know what you're thinking, if there's specific videos, topics that you'd like me to cover as kind of a newbie hiker, or if you're in a similar situation, either being a little bit older. I'm not a millennial, unfortunately. I'm a mom to millennials, but you know, if you feel like there's something that we maybe have in common that I could address for you, let me know in the comments. I would love to do that, and would also just love to hear from people who are more experienced hikers who can offer advice and comments on some of the things that are on my mind. Wanted to do a follow-up to my last video when I was talking about Amazon Prime Day, and I said I didn't find very much. I actually ended up doing better than I thought. I guess I shopped so much I forgot what I bought. No, actually, as I went back through and counted up, there were a few good deals. They just weren't for things that I was looking for. I mean, I had been hoping to find maybe a bargain on a tent or a sleeping bag or something like that, and even some cookware. I'd love to have a titanium pot. Didn't find those things, but I found some other gadgets that I think will be handy, if not on my thru hike, on other overnight backpacking hikes and that sort of thing. The first is, it's like a gorilla pod. It's not exactly the same thing. This one is by Cobra Tech, and I want to say it was maybe $12 or $15. It wasn't very much, but I'm using it right now. It's nice and sturdy. Comes with a little travel case, which is nice, but again, I probably would not use that for the thru hike because it adds weight. But it's usable for an iPhone, which is what I'm filming on, and it also has attachments, so you could hook up a regular camera or a GoPro if you have a GoPro, and attach it to whatever you want with the flexible legs. So that's really cool, and it's also got a nice little remote control, so I'm happy with that. So I started the video yesterday, and I didn't realize that my phone storage was almost full, and so I got all the way through it and discovered that it didn't record. So I'm going to go through the unboxing of my Amazon Prime goodies again and show you what I got and see what you think. So first up is a puffy jacket, and I already have a puffy jacket that I like a lot, but it's more of a fashion jacket and it doesn't have a hood, and I think I might really like a hood. So this one was on Prime for all of like $35. So I thought it was worth trying, and we'll see what you think. It is, I'm pretty sure it's made in China. The brand is Want Do, which I haven't heard of, but it is down. And it folds up into its own little pocket storage bag. So I'm hoping that once I get it all scrunched up, it'll be light and small, if not smaller than the jacket that I already have. It can be washed. Of course, it can't be ironed because the outside lining would melt, but it looks like a nice little jacket. It's got zipper pockets, and it's got the hood with actually some elastic around it, which I think will be really nice on cold days. So I will try it on and see if it works for me, and if not, I can return it and then go for a high iron jacket. But this one I think was $35, and that's a lot better deal to me than spending a couple hundred on a Patagonia or some other brand, which is, you know, all wonderful brands, but I'm on a budget, so hopefully this will do the trick for me. Next, I have some small goodies in a small box. No diamonds, unfortunately. But what I did find was a couple things that are not hiking specific, and that's why I said I hadn't found a lot of Prime deals that were backpacking specific. But what I did find is some things that I like that I think I may want to take on the trail, like this deep free insect repellent. I had bought this earlier in the year to use for some outdoor trips that I had, and I really like it. And it's about $8 a bottle at Target, and I got this 2-pack on Prime. Normally it's $15 and it was half price, so for $7 I got 2 of these. They're a little heavy to take on a thru hike, but at the same time, when it's really buggy out, I want to make sure that I'm protected from bugs, and this one was very well rated on Consumer Reports, so I went ahead and got a couple of bottles of this. I also got a little cooling towel, and if you work out a lot, you might have one of these. They hold moisture and they can cool you off. I find that when I'm outside in the summer, particularly if it's really hot or muggy, that sometimes I get so hot that I just don't feel well, even if I'm drinking a lot of water. So I thought this would be a handy thing to have. It's a little heavy in the plastic case, and I certainly wouldn't take the plastic case with me. So I'm gonna open it up, check it out, and see if it's something that I can use just on my short hikes, or if it would be a good thing to take along for my thru hike. So that is TBD, but I'm looking forward to giving this one a shot. I've never used one before. Velcro. I'm a crafty person, at least I sew. I wouldn't call myself a crafter necessarily, but I do sew, and I have some thoughts about maybe some gear that I could make myself to save a little bit of money. But one thing I noticed when I went backpacking a couple months ago was it was beginning of May in Georgia, which you would think is warm, but it was really cold. And I was freezing in my sleeping bag, and I am a side sleeper, so I was tossing and turning and I couldn't get comfortable. I realized that I was coming off my sleeping mat in the shelter, and so then of course all the cold air was coming up through the floorboards in the shelter, and I was just really had a rough night. So it occurred to me that I need a way to attach my bag to my mat, and some of them I know that are more high-end come with straps, especially if you have a quilt, but I have a sleeping bag. So I'm gonna try these and see if I can just sort of Velcro it on, just to help give me a little bit more stability or keep me from kind of sliding off the mat. And I thought these might also come in handy for some other things. So they're just little Velcro stick-on dots. Won't weigh much unless I go crazy with them, but I think this whole package is, not even an ounce probably. So I'm gonna give this a shot. And then finally, I think I mentioned this in my other video. These are the, what do they call it? The things you put over your head that I can't pronounce. They're like a ski mask, and it's lightweight polyester, and it, I guess backpackers use these. I don't have a hat yet that I like. I have one, but it's kind of bulky, and when I sleep cold, so I thought this would be a good thing to have to sleep cold, and I'm gonna embarrass myself and try this on, but it goes over like this, and it does seem kind of small, so if you have a big head, you might not like it, but I thought it would be good because I can cover my nose when I sleep and just really stay pretty warm. It will also double as a neck gaiter, and supposedly you can turn it down this way. That's really not too bad. So that'll work. I do think I will get a buff, but there are two of these in here, and they're lightweight, and I think they'll be good for colder weather, and so hopefully these will work for me. They were only, goodness, they were cheap. I think about $11 for the pair. So that was all that was in the little box of the little goodies, but the bigger box is the one that I'm really, really excited about. I completely forgot when I did the last video that I had gotten a great deal on a pair of Salomon trail runners, and there they are in the box. I have not tried these before, but I know a lot of people love them, and they were about $60, which is a really good price. And so I went ahead and got them. The only color they had in my size is this really bright blue and purple, but I do love colors, so I'm going to give them a shot. I hope they fit. If you've watched my other videos, you know my foot is broken right now, so it's going to be a little while before I can try them out and really see how they work on the trail, but I'm very excited about these because I've been wanting to try them, and I hadn't found a good price. I just felt like, $100 or so was a little more than I could afford to spend right now, so I'm excited about that. So those were my Amazon Prime Day bargains, and would love to hear from you, see what you think, see if you've got some of your own bargain sources, if you found things on Amazon, if you have other great places to shop. I would like to hear your suggestions. So feel free to add those in the comments, let me know. And also, again, I would love it if you would go ahead and subscribe if you find my videos valuable. You can also find me on Instagram and on Twitter as Joyful Rambler. Thanks for watching.